So guys, I traded $1,000 personal funded account for about 3 weeks, and this video is going to be broken down into three segments. Now, the first segment is basically the idea and the reasons behind me deciding to do this $1,000 challenge. The second is the goals which I had in mind and how I tend to go to achieve it. And the last segment is the disadvantage. Yes, there's a huge disadvantage to me doing this, and we're going to jump right into all of this, by the way. So at the back end of the 2025 December, I got my seventh payout from my prop firm. Actually, I had a month where I got two withdrawals, but it was combined and making it like six payouts, by the way. So I documented everything on this channel. If you would like to watch that, I will leave a link of the playlist in the video description. Do go and watch and maybe learn a few things. So basically, I got my payout and I was wondering what do I do with this money. So I decided to look at the ideas I had in mind. The first idea was to get myself a six-figure prop account and basically try and go through the evaluation 1 and 2 process, more like reinvesting into trading. But that had its own back and forth in between. I'll get to that, by the way. The second idea I had was breaking this funds into two chunks. The smaller chunk I'll use it for, of course, 30 December, and the larger one I will use it to basically get something that is tangible, an appliance or something that I need for the house. Then the third idea was a combination of the second and something else, which is break this fund into two, use the smaller chunk to do the 30 December and the $1,000 to like basically deposit it into a trading account, trade that account, make money, and use it to achieve the goal of buying something that I need. So I ended up going for the third option, which is why we are here. And this challenge was what I did at the beginning of this year. I did a deposit towards the ending of last year, so that I have everything all set up and done and just to start the process. So the first trade I took on this account, I violated my rules. So the rule I had, or the goal I had in this account, was to be able to trade this account. Once I make anything around $100 to $150 or so, I withdraw and I'm done with that trading account or trading for that day, and I come back the next day. The first trade I was floating around 300 and something ish, and I did not close. The trade started retracing and I had to recheck what I'm doing again. I had a reality check and I closed that trade. So that was the first day. The second day, which I traded this account, by the way, let me open the trading account history so that we'll go through it. So I actually recorded content around when I was doing this, but I had storage issues and I transferred my files to the computer, but I don't know, for some reason I might have mistakenly deleted it or something. I can't find it, so hence why I'll just be sharing with you guys screenshots from the trade. So this was the first withdrawal, $100, and you get the point. I was achieving what I intend to do. So the whole idea behind making profit and withdrawing it that same day is from my dad's business that I was running at some point. So there's this thing we normally do when let's say we're selling an item, let's say we're selling this item and we run out of the stock of this item, but then they still request for it. What I will do is I will go and meet other sellers, get this item from them with their own sales price, their own markup price. I add my own money on it, whatever it is I sell. I don't usually want to look for huge profit. I just want to flip it. So that was the concept. So basically, that was what I adopted to this trading account. I want to treat it like a checking account. So each day I make profit, I withdraw it. So the first one is this you're seeing on the screen, withdrawn. We did that second day, third day, and about 2.5 weeks. So while I was doing this, there was something that was happening, which is like the huge disadvantage I was talking about. By the way, I did achieve the goal which I had for this trading accounts, which I'll come to that. So the huge disadvantage to this was opportunity cost. What do I mean by that? Now, because I had my funded accounts that I am trading, and also a personal investor account which I'm also trading, these two accounts was not able to carry out trading on it because I was laying most of my focus on this particular one. Now the reason is I was not having my other trading phone which I had before. I gave it out to my brother, so it affected my productivity. I'm very much sharp and productive trading on the phone, managing my open position on the phone versus on the laptop. On the laptop, I don't get to be very proactive or in the zone, if that makes sense to you. So that's by the way. So this was starting to affect me. And by the time I'm done trading this account, by the time I try to take trades on other accounts, my psychology is already a little bit down, and I'll be taking poor trades. So there was an opportunity cost. So meaning I'm taking my best trades on this $1,000 account, and I'm not able to replicate that on those huge sizable accounts. So that was the huge major disadvantage, which is like opportunity cost. So basically I I have to like look at both ends and see how do I go about this. So on the $1,000 account, I stuck with the rules that I had, which is basically a trade. I make 100 or so. I withdraw. If I had a loss, my loss I usually capped around 150. I also close that trade. So this is like the trading history. I had some loss here and there, little losses, and also basically the profits outweigh the loss. So at the end, I was able to achieve my goal. I did, get myself a new air condition for the house, and of course, the video I did, the vlog I did while I went shopping, I cannot find that video. I was having storage issues, like I said earlier, and I lost that content. So basically, this is not actually the style of content I wanted to do. I wanted to do like a vlog kind of style of content, if that makes sense. Well, let's see how it goes. So overall, because of the opportunity cost, I had to, if you see this, I had to like, withdraw the capital from the trading account so that I can focus on doing the major thing, which is my long-term goal and not the short-term goal. Short-term goal is basically trying to make profit from this account and do something with it, and it's affecting the long-term goal, if that makes sense to you. Now back to the whole idea why I ditched the first idea of getting a six-figure front end account. Now the six-figure account would have been a big one and a long-term goal, but the issue there is there's a lot of variables and uncertainty in it. Number one is I have to do phase one and phase two, and god damn it, doing phase one and phase two is a huge work, is a huge toll. Now that is going to impact my earnings while trading. Why? Because I don't know how long it's going to take. Also, it might, not be something I'll achieve in a very short period of time, because the market condition is very spontaneous and dynamic. It's not predictable. You don't know what the week will be like, the day or the month. You don't know. So basically, as a trader, I try to make it possible that I make something from trading every month. So doing that is going to impact me being able to earn for every single month. So I had to ditch that, and also the work done and all of those things. It's too much, guys. So I want to just double down on scaling up and going about that until probably I have been able to sustain a means where I can still earn at the end of the month and go about taking risk on me, taking evaluation and all of that. I do still have an account where I'm in phase two. Mind you, guys, I still have a phase two account which I'm taking it slow with that account. So basically, this is basically the ideas behind it. This is not one of those videos where we do some chat work or anything. I just wanted to come on here and share the idea and discuss this with you guys. So by the way, if you've been enjoying the content so far, so good, do well to pause the video, give us a like, and smash that subscribe button. And of course, if you have any one or two advice or nuggets you might want to share, drop that in the comment section. I'll be more than glad to read and also respond. I might learn maybe a thing or two from you guys as well. So basically, I had to end the challenge, and like I showed you guys earlier, this is it. The account was grown to about 50% profit, and I had to pull out everything basically so that I can focus on the longer term goal. This is just January, guys, so there's still more of trading days that we have yet to trade or witness basically. So I do have plans to come back to this challenge, but I want to set up more structures basically, and I'm also going to turn this into a series God's willing. So by the way, that will be all for now, guys. Until next week, I'll catch you all. Keep it simple. Have a wonderful trading week.